I've got to just to give a bit of background to my thinking and my thoughts in this regard. So the government is very, very clearly looking for place-based propositions. So the emphasis on place, you saw it on the videos just now. And I've got to say, to my mind, that plays to one of the strengths, absolutely to one of the strengths of the Southwest. And I was interested to see, a couple of weeks ago that some research that Cornwall Council was sort of leading and sharing with the local enterprise partnership for Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly, looking at the essence of what the place of, in this case it was Cornwall Council rather than the greater Southwest. But they have employed some independent consultants to look at the advice of what is the strengths, what are the particular uniqueness of Cornwall in this regard, and Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. And these consultants have worked right around the country, and their feedback to us was quite strong and quite astonishing, which was Cornwall has one of the strongest, if not the strongest, sense of place of any of the areas they've worked at throughout the whole of the United Kingdom. And obviously that was a real strong point for us. And therefore we are to some extent playing to the government's agenda by having such a strong sense of regional identity. But I've got to say also, we've heard it again this morning, that that strength is also probably one of our weaknesses. Because we are on the edge, because we are a peripheral part of the country, infrastructure, the importance of infrastructure we've talked about is absolutely the thing that's driving the future of our place. And the weakness of our infrastructure in terms of, it's been said already, the weakness of our infrastructure in terms of connectivity for traditional road, rail and so forth is obviously something we need to focus on. It's obviously something we're not as strong as we ought to be. And over and above that, our digital infrastructure as well. It's been mentioned already that, this is the next panel. It's absolutely the vehicle for making Southwest great and even greater than it is at the moment. So I won't steal that thunder. But I'd just like to add another infrastructure dimension to it, which is to do with sort of environmental infrastructure. Given that place, our sense of identity, the great place that we are in the Southwest is so important, the environment, we need to think about protecting, enhancing our natural capital, which is what the question was about before, and making sure that we invest in our environmental infrastructure. And this is particularly with my Pennon Southwest Water Viridor waste management hat on here, thinking about circular economy, thinking about the impacts of climate change, thinking about our particular features down in the Southwest. We are actually on the edge of the challenge of climate change, volatility of weather patterns. If you don't believe in climate change, clearly we're getting volatility of weather patterns. We need to invest in a new way to invest in our natural capital. And what my ask would be, because I think that was the theme of what the panel discussion was, my ask would be is that we've got lots of opportunities here to be a test bed, be on the cutting edge of the new environmental investment, the new natural capital investment. I'll give you a typical example. I mean, it's a water resources one. More floods, more droughts, you need to invest in those things. Traditionally, that means building more reservoirs, building more water treatment works, using more chemicals, using more concrete. There are more environmentally benign ways of operating. So, for example, we have a program called Catchment Management, called Upstream Thinking, where you invest with local farmers, with local catchment managers, in protecting the upstream, peat bogs on the top of the moors there, which naturally filter the water, naturally slow down the water, and provide a very cost-benefit analysis of how to invest in natural capital and put off the next investment in a reservoir and so forth. Keeps our water bills lower as well. And we would like to be, I think the Southwest should actually ask to be the test bed for this new economy, this new environmental infrastructure. So that would be my ask from Pennon's point of view.